I can't hear this. Are we on? There we are. I heard that. All right, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. We are live. Go ahead and push that door shut.
Oh, wow.
For us.
This seems so foreign for me.
This is all new stuff. Yeah, you've been running Action Tracker like a madman.
Well, obviously, someone once told me, Eric Anderson, saying that it was essential, Eric Anderson, that we be able to know all the facets on how to operate.
Have to press pause on the timer.
Oh, snap.
Poker Atlas. That's okay. They'll get a free hand in. Yeah. So, Crazy Pineapple.
Crazy Pineapple, and not something from Belmonte.
So we don't have any viewers yet. I'm gonna go jump on here quickly and make sure. Oh, we got 6 viewers all of a sudden. As soon as I said that, we got 6 viewers.
Murphy, let's say the Wilma Flintstone Murphy's Law theory.
The what?
No, you know how when Wilma Flintstone on the Flintstones would always say, when Fred asked, "Where's my bowling ball? Where's my golf clubs? Where's my water buffalo helmet?" and she would go to the closet within 3 seconds.
You can have it.
Yep.
My wife hides my stuff in the closet also, so I feel for Fred. Definitely. So we are only streaming on YouTube now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were having some challenges with the chat not refreshing, so I quit streaming on Facebook and Twitch, and we're just streaming on YouTube to see if that fixes the problem. So if you guys are in the chat...
But initially, please like and subscribe and share. We're trying to make our stream grow and provide you the kind of content that you would want every night of the week.
I'm going to go. We're streaming so much good stuff. There was a good game yesterday.
Oh, absolutely. He's being modest, ladies and gentlemen, because he was the centerpiece. He was the centerpiece like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the 80s.
It was a fun game. I was blessed yesterday.
Blessed is not the word, ladies and gentlemen. He was hit in the deck like Tyson in the 80s.
I played well, but then I ran up, and whenever we had a flip, I would come out on top. When it was 50-50, ran it twice. I hit them both, except for I had aces against
the Jack 10.
The Jack 10. And I ran out pure
the first flop top set. And you need to avoid the gutter, and he got there.
He got there 9 on the river. So that did not fix the problem because I'm getting Ralph says hello from North Carolina.
Hey,
Tammy's in there. Alice is in here. Just did all 3. John's in here from Galveston. David representing California.
Hey, Cali.
Just streaming to YouTube did not fix that problem. So there's a Streamlabs problem where we're not seeing the chat. So I'm just going to pull it up here, and that's it.
Well, hello to all of you. It looks like we from both coasts, from both the East and the West Coast. We got North Carolina and California on the stream. So
yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on. 6 minutes left in the chat. Eddie, the Asian sensation Batinga, he's running Action Tracker, so you can be in here. He bubbled, stone cold bubbled, player 9 out of 37 entries.
Wow.
We just started this Crazy Pineapple on Tuesday. Last week, I think, was our first one because it was exciting and fun, and people wanted to play, and they wanted to stream it. I think we're the only one who is streaming a Crazy Pineapple game. I don't know of anybody else who does that.
I don't think anybody else does that, for the fact that not a lot of people know about the game.
Right. And Crazy Pineapple, if you don't know, is simply Hold'em, but you get 3 cards, and there's a round of betting, and then you get the flop. There's a round of betting, and then you discard one of your cards, and then it plays out like Hold'em. It's a nice combination between Hold'em that's getting boring if you've been playing it too long, and Omaha if you don't want to jump into that yet. You don't want 4 cards. But the neat thing is with Pineapple, you get 3 cards, but you have to discard one after the flop. So there's a lot of strategy there that I'm not fully
abreast to
at all. I need to study some more on that because, is it better to go for the draw, or is it better to keep the made hand? Should I keep a pair of 6s, or should I keep my gut shot? What should we do? So there's a lot of studying that we're going to need to do to figure that out. So that'll be fun.
But it is fun, and although it does have a finite science to it, because like you said, it's like sometimes if you for those that have been around poker long enough that have played a lot of 7-card stuff, this is not the game to be rolled up on. When we were testing this, and I went all in. I'm looking down at holding 3 kings. I'm like, really? Well, I got to go with it.
I got a pair of kings.
I got to go with it.
Right.
So being rolled up is not the best thing for this game, but it is a fun game. There is a bit of strategy, and it gives you a chance to collectively take an idea on 3 different hands, as opposed to like I said, in PLO, it could be 16 different hands.
Right. Yeah. And you don't have to, you're not forced to choose in PLO. You can wait for the run out and then change your mind after the river.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be super fun. We've got about 3 minutes left. Do you need a beverage or anything? I'm going to run grab a coffee.
Some water, because unfortunately
it's warm in here. I'm also going to get
warm. I mean, it was 75 degrees here in Dallas, so for December, which
7 degrees in Bemidji.
Oh, is that just a 68-degree change?
It wasn't hard to get me to move.
That's right. He from the frozen tundra of Minnesota. That's Eric the. I still call him the Almighty Anderson. Still learning from him, and for all of our viewers' sake, thank you so much for tuning in on this Tuesday night. As we're just a few minutes left before we are able to go to our final table. You'll be able to see some of the faces you may know, some of the names you may remember, by all means. But like I said, we've had a chance to know we've got people from both coasts. We've got people from North Carolina, from California, from Galveston that are watching the stream, and we're thankful for all of you that's been able to tune in. It's now, I guess you could say, we have a set where we stream every night in some regards. It may be tournaments. It may be cash games. It may be Pineapple. I know tomorrow night being Wednesday, it's more than just hump day. It's our Katie's Game tournament, which is probably our biggest weekly tournament, one of our biggest weekly tournaments. I believe the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, we nearly had 100 entries on a Wednesday night, which is kind of amazing. But now with the stream, it's like we are like 7-Eleven. We stream 7 days a week as Eric. Eric almost knocked himself out with the headphones.
I was sitting on the cord when I tried to put it on.
But I was telling everybody, it was like now that we have a pretty much consistent live stream now, 7 nights a week, with whether it be cash games, whether it be tournaments,
and different styles of cash. It's we've got the 2-5 $1,500 max buy-in.
Oh yeah.
On Sunday with the next gen. We've been doing a 1-2 with a 500 max buy-in for the people who just don't have the bankroll.
Yeah, I like to call that's like the open ones. Like that's for those that would like to have a chance. We post that 1-2 Monday night cash game on Poker Atlas. So that way, if you would like to if you're in the area and you would like to be part of it, I said, if you don't have it, download. You can go on Poker Atlas and find it. It's
a free app.
It's a free app, or you can go on the website, be able to put your name on the list. We end up doing roll call for it sometime around 5 to be able to go full steam on of it.
Here, that one's for me.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Amber.
To be able to go live stream on our Monday night game, that it's available to you, or you can reach out through any of our social media platforms. It's available to you. We'll find out, or just anything. Just come on in. We usually the list goes up every afternoon, and then it fills up pretty quickly for those that want to be able to play on.
Tiny's in the chat.
Oh, Tiny's in chat. I was like, if you remember the last time I was in chat, it was with Tiny.
All right.
And on that note, I believe we're
getting started. Yep. We're down to the final table of 8 because we have to discard.
I need a cut card.
We have to discard and. Oh. So, what is going on here?
I believe we.
Oh, you know what this is?
This was from the test. This was from our test.
I just ran this out, and it still read it. Okay, that's hilarious. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm like, oh yeah.
No, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that was funny.
As you can see, it's King, one of our dealers, King, that is going to be that will be kicking off the dealing the final table for this for our Tuesday night pineapple tournament, crazy pineapple tournament. Make sure I get that down.
And we have nobody in the chat. I wonder if I can do this. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, there that up. All right. Well,
okay.
All right. That's not what I expected, but this will work. This will work. I'm going to maximize that one then.
Okay.
You can still hear us.
Absolutely.
This is great.
Right on.
All right, close. Perfect. So there's a payouts. We had 37 players. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Amber. We had 37 players. We are down to our final 8. First place is $1,369. It's a $130 buy. $1,300.
Almost $1,400 for a $130 buy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 14x your money. Heck of a deal. Or I guess it's 10x, 14x in the prize pool. I'm going to have to move that out of the way so I can see that JQ Adams likes the stream.
Woohoo!
Now here, like we were alluding to, you start off with 3 cards, and I'm back to the 3-color deck that I love.
You mean 4?
4-color deck. With 3 cards.
3 cards.
All right. Now, you can see Paul is going to keep his hearts. There's going to be a round of betting, and then they're going to discard. And if you watch King, he's going to take all those discards and put them on the 9 seat. So we're only 4-handed. Yeah, it's on Twitter. All right, so it checks around now. You see, as they fold, he puts them over the 9 seat, and it disappears. And there we have it. Now everybody's got their 2-hand cards.
All right, as we go to the turn. Up, and it's Gin for Paul. He's turned to flush with a straight flush redraw.
Yeah, he needs the 5 of hearts for the straight flush. But he's got this hand pretty much wrapped up. Satish could have drawn to a bigger flush. But there's our dealer, Matthew Poppy. Lets it go. All right. Lots of familiar faces. Tiny says, yes, there is. Does Scott ever not talk?
No.
I'm not familiar with the Scott not talking.
I know. I better mention, because that way when he does watch this, it's Scott, a force to be reckoned with. And the funny part, there actually is a backstory behind it. There was in the early 2000s when the Indy Racing League first opened up. A friend of mine worked for, back in the day, the old MCI WorldCom. They had a team, and the driver's name for the MCI WorldCom team was Scott Force.
All right. And he was a force?
And he was a force to be reckoned with.
We got Yankee Jim back at the table. I think we're going to have to start charging him rent to sit at this table. He's there every day.
Exactly. Almost you say he should have a timeshare on this table.
I think he gets his mail sent here now. He's here so often. PM in the orange shirt. Yeah, Lego. PM is over there in seat 8. He's got his Poker Monkey hat. He's normally in the chat. Now, there's so much to deal with. David Stiller with King 7.
And I have a feeling I know what he's going to keep.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it might come out 7-7-4.
Or it might come out, Ace, Queen, 5 of hearts.
Yeah.
And well, actually, not Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
But
so that's why this is such a neat game. I did that. I had Jack 6-6 in our test game, and I was getting ready to muck the Jack, and the very first card was a Jack. And I went, okay, I'm going to muck a 6. And the second card right behind it was a 6 and a 6. So I flopped quads and a boat. I flopped 4 6s and 2 Jacks, and didn't, I'm like, well, geez, it doesn't matter now.
I guess this is where Jim is taking advantage of that chip lead of his. And he's going to make the call with the 3 spades. I have a feeling that he's going to play the 1 gapper.
Yeah, so I don't love, not that it's a bad move at all, but I don't love looking down and seeing 3 spades because I just took away one of my own outs.
Right.
Like with your 3 kings. Well, I know one of the spades is gone. I don't have as many outs.
True. But we're going to bet. Oh, well, you look at this.
So now
the perfect example
what we're
right here.
talking about. Do you keep your kings or do you keep your flush draw?
Sure.
And here you keep your flush draw.
Absolutely.
Now, what would be funny if he keeps his flush draw and doesn't hit? Yankee Jim's going to win with his 9s. That's such a great game.
I know. David's in a tough spot. I mean, even though
the ace hit, so I don't care about my kings anymore.
True.
I'm going with my flush draw.
Going to go with the flush draw, definitely. So.
And, yeah, if, we can see his kings are good. But honestly, even if I could see the cards, I would probably go for the flush draw.
Right.
Because Yankee Jim could hit a 9 or a jack.
Absolutely. And even for the fact of the matter, what if he's sitting on a set of 4s and a set of 9s? You need to
you need to get nutted with the flush draw.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's listen.
Oh yeah, David's in a bad quandary. He's sitting going, can he really put it Jim on any kind of ace?
So David asked him, do you have a pair? He did muck the king. That's what I would have done.
All right, so we have Yankee Jim with a pair of 9s. We got David with a flush draw, so.
Now look at how funny this is. David has so many outs that he's ahead, so it's showing us Yankee Jim's outs.
Oh, wow. And now Jim needs either a 9 or a... Oh, excuse me. It's still... I take that back.
David needed a king or a heart, and he's out
king
now.
Or a heart, and the thing that if he didn't lay down the king, he would have won. Oh... Wow! But that's the quandary that you have to go.
Exactly what we were talking about.
And the thing about if the ace doesn't come,
then he keeps his kings.
He's going to keep his kings. He's going to win the pot. So.
That was the perfect flop for Yankee Jim to win that hand. Exactly. It was just a setup hand. Yeah, they're Esteban.
Gives me to think about it. It's where so you've got the flush draw, even though you've lost the king, you still got 2. So you got and if you hit 2 7s, so at least initially you got 11 outs once, and if the 7 hits, you got 15 outs twice. So.
Right, and Lego says interesting choice to ditch the made hand. It is, but even though it was a made hand, it was beat by the ace, right? So. I'm doing exactly what he did in that situation. Now, you know what else is fun? The Next Gen boys said they don't like seeing the stats after every hand, so I turned that off. Mm-hmm. But we have a new software program called the Commentary Booth, is what they call it. And at any time I want, I can hit this, and it pops up.
Oh, my.
So I can hit stack size, and bink, it pops up whenever I want. So I can do all of our stats. We can do VPIP, preflop raising, whatever we want. We can click on payouts.
Oh, so we can finally control it.
Whenever we want. We don't have to wait around and hope that it shows up later.
Yay.
We can just do whatever we want. That's fabulous.
That's wonderful. And as we go to this flop here, oh, look at this. Scott has top and bottom. Paul has an open, and Scott's going to make the move with the top and bottom with the 2 pair. And we got Jacob that has an open end straight draw, and so does Paul. And Esteban with the inside straight draw.
Okay.
Wow,
this is like everything.
This is a huge action.
And we have no percentages because they have not discarded yet.
Right.
Tiny says he would not have gave up the made hand. And then he said, true, that ace is scary. And then he says that's way better.
Tiny, who is far from tiny, I believe. Tiny is like 6'35".
It's pretty close to that. He didn't need the ladder when we were adjusting the cameras.
Yeah, also when we need the sun to come out.
So this will be fun here. What All right, so obviously Scott's mucking his 3, so he can have 2 pair. Actually, it won't be that fun. Never mind.
No, I think. Well, I mean,
everything's pretty obvious.
So Paul lays down the open ender.
I don't fold that if I'm.
Esteban folds the gutter. I'm like.
One of those was warm.
Yeah.
I mean, we had 2 players with open enders, so I mean, which means they have each of those players had each other's blocker to the straight. So.
There are a couple of new people in the chat, or not in the chat, rather. There are a couple of new people at the table that I don't recognize. Oh, I don't know what just happened, but I just got all the chat.
Hey!
I don't know. I just clicked a button and all the chat came up. Let me move that over there. Weird. Okay. Tiny says, I want to come over and play and commentate tonight. I'm not feeling well. Alice Acuna says, feel better, sir.
Yeah, feel better, Tiny, on that.
That's why I need to take a pic with him. Guy named Tiny. He's just sitting next to the 5-foot shorty. All right. See, Paul is Poker Monkey. I didn't know his name was Paul Mathers, actually.
Neither did I.
Scott with 2 9s and a 2 clubs. I like Scott's hand, honestly.
I do too. So.
He's got the made pair, and then he's got the straight flush draw.
Indeed. But never mind.
Now
look at
his 9s.
But Paul's flopped a set of 7s.
Yeah. Yankee might. Well, he's got a pair of kings with no kicker.
But I think Satish is the real man. He's got a double gutter and a straight flush draw.
8, a queen, a spade. Wow.
He's got a double gutter and a straight flush draw.
Yeah. Mike Miller, Minnesota Mike, one of our dealers, says Crazy Pineapple is an entertaining game. David S. just subscribed.
Woohoo!
I also fixed that. If you were watching yesterday, they could not tell when they could hear it, but they couldn't see who was subscribing because they had their windows that are on top of each other, and they had the screen on. They had it on top of the alert box, so they could hear it, but they couldn't see it. I can see this going down to Satish and Paul, Poker Monkey.
I agree, because if anything,
Poppy's got top, so I don't. It's only 23 to call. I don't like that raise, honestly, from Paul. That's a very small raise.
I agree.
With bottom set.
Because you're letting that, because the way that board is, you're letting a ton of draws in, which is exactly what's happening. And Matt's going to make a very strong laydown with top.
It's a strong laydown in Hold'em, but knowing that everybody's got 3 cards to work with, it was a good fold. It was a pretty easy fold. Calling for 10K was fine.
And Jen.
Yeah. Now, Paul needs the board to pair. King, 7, Jack, Queen.
Wow. You called it there, Eric. It was a raise and then a push and then a snap call.
Yeah.
So it's Paul with his set of 7s versus Satish with a turn to king high straight.
So it's the wrong Mike Miller. This is a friend of mine who's a player up in the Wisconsin area, not Minnesota Mike, who's a dealer. He's a player. His straight gets bigger.
And that makes Broadway for Satish.
Yeah. And Poker Monkey is eliminated.
Oh, wow.
In 8th place.
Wow. The flop is set, and Satish had a mega
honestly,
draw.
That hand was decided when King cut the deck. Because neither one of those players is getting away from that flop.
Great.
Bottom set versus double gut flush draw. That hand was just going to play out how that hand played out.
And as we go to Tammy says, Queen of Spades or an inch. Yes, it would have. Paul would have made 7s full, but Satish would have made a king high straight flush.
Let's check out these stack sizes. We've got David and Paul eliminated in 8th and 7th. Satish up at the top with 214,000, which is 53 big blinds in the 2,000, 4,000 level. Scott Friedman down at the bottom with 61, and he is still a force with 15 big blinds. Yankee Jim, 190K. And I'm going to check out, let's look at the payouts again while he's shuffling. And we are 1369 up top, 405. We are down to the final 7 players? All right.
Yes, yeah, 7 players. No, 6. We lost 2.
We lost 2 from 8, not 2 from 9. You're right.
Yeah.
6 players left. Normally we have a 9-hand final table.
But for the fact that the table has to, the table and our software has to be calibrated so that the 9 seat can act as a muck pile, as a discard pile. That seat cannot be used at the final table. Thus, we have a final table of 8.
So Poppy's got 2 jacks. He makes it 4x 16K. Scott, it's his whole. He's got 15 big blinds. It's going to cost 4 of them to stay with it. I think you have to, and I don't know this yet, but I think you have to be more picky pre-flop, just because people's hands are going to be stronger.
Absolutely.
Hey, Poker, if you're still in the room 15 minutes later and you want to stop back and commentate, I'll step out for a few minutes.
And with a flop of ace, 8, 9, 2 diamonds, it is Poppy still that's ahead with the 2 jacks.
He can't be really happy. When it goes check, check, if I'm Jim, I'm betting, but I think Poppy's, when you check to him, Poppy's going to bet. Good bet, Poppy.
Absolutely. Taking advantage of it. And he rolls over the jacks. He's trying to build up a little bit of credit here at this final table.
Let's see. Let's listen to this chop talk.
Yeah, Bubble getting 130, getting the buy-in back. Are we doing 100 off the... No, I said 100. No, not 100. We'll do like 80 and 50. 80, 50 for what? I'm okay with that. 80 off 1, 50 off 2, and you get your 130 back.
Now, here's the deal, guys. They got a 37-player tournament, and they are going to pay out 6 places. That's I don't like paying that much. I don't like paying the bubble personally myself. Paying the bubble does not eliminate the bubble. It moves the bubble, and I'm not in the job of moving bubbles.
No. Eric is far from moving bubbles.
I don't like moving bubbles, and I don't chop.
He does not believe, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, he does not believe in chopping whatsoever.
If I run it twice, then we chop. That happened yesterday. But
that is the only chop you've done.
I don't chop tournaments. It's much too fun to just play it out. And I've lost lots of money by not chopping, not taking second when I thought I was going to get first. I thought I was a lock for first, and I lose 3 hands in a row, and I end up losing. In this specific one, it was $8,000. I think it was 18 up top.
Oh, wow.
I won like 10,000 instead. But so Poppy, I think he's going to stick around and muck that
deuce
2
with a pair and an open-end straight draw.
Pair and open-ended. Now you got Yankee Jim with a gut shot needing a 7, and he's got backdoor. Everybody's folding their 7s. All right. Jacob doesn't really. It checks around. I would have liked to see a bet. I think if I ever play this, I'm just going to bet the flop, just min click it to clean the field out. And King's doing a fabulous job. Matt's doing really well right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got the flush draw to go along with his straight draw. Yankee Jim has top pair.
4 bets, 15,000.
I think that's going to eliminate everybody but Poppy, who I think he's going to just come in for the smooth call here.
3 fold. Heads up.
Oh, and it comes on the backside. A 4 on the river gives Poppy the 8 high straight.
7 bets, 30,000.
And I'm not afraid of actually, with the 4 line out there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all you need is a 7. It's going to be. Oh, there's Scott. He's a dog man. He was telling me that's his dog Maisie. He gets for his birthday. His wife gets him a new shirt. First off, he got it. Let's listen to him tell it.
It'll feel good after that. I saw the weather yesterday. We were like, we need to do this. It's a year now. Yeah, it's supposed to be raining tomorrow.
So 30K for Yankee to call. That's a good bet by Poppy.
That is.
There's 50K in the pot. He bets 30K at it, and Yankee does make the right fold. Well played, Matthew Poppy.
Look at Poppy. You know, honestly, I was surprised. As I was walking the floor, a couple of things, he was sitting down playing cash, and I almost said, "Look what Poppy doing." I said to walk over, and said,
How was he doing?
He was, I think when he told me, he said he bought it for, I think, $300-400. He cashed out for nearly $2,500.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. That's a Poppy? And then there was a couple other players, you know, Duck and a couple other players. I was like, yep, that's him. He got there a couple times on us.
Nice.
I said, hey, don't be calling in now just because you have one good session.
Yeah.
No,
He's going pro.
We don't condone that, folks, honestly. That
One fold, three fold.
All right, as we go to this next hand here, over to Yankee Jim, that's a good setup hand. It's like he's 3 across and suited with a suited connector. Oh, no, this is what we told you, folks.
Yeah.
He's rolled up.
He shrugs and mucks.
He's
3
rolled
4s.
up.
Yeah.
You know, 7-card stud, for those that know, being rolled up meaning is that you
really
have a
good.
pair and you have a 1 in the hole, so you're rolled up in 4s on the first 3 cards. But being rolled up in pineapple is not a good hand.
No, similar to. So Satish with the open ender and the king high flush draw.
Indeed.
Oh, all right. So here's a decision for him. If he folds his 5, he doesn't have an open ender. If he folds his,
Any one of his diamonds, he's going
if he
to...
folds his king, he doesn't have a flush draw. If he folds his 5, he doesn't have a. I go for my flush because it's stronger. But Yankee Jim has a higher flush draw. He's got a straight draw rather. He's actually got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
I know his city going.
he's like, I have to pull my 10 to be open ended. But that was a tough one for him. All right, let's check out these new payouts now that they modified it and decided to take some money off of first and give it to sixth. I think they went 80 and 30.
I think it's 80. Are they 80 and 50? I think they went 80 and 50
Yep,
from first and second.
right.
But still, almost $1,300 payday for a Tuesday night tournament. I'm not going to complain with that. So.
10x your buy-in, playing a fun game for 4 hours, getting on the stream. Love it. There's our chip counts. Scott down to the bottom, 14. Matt Poppy creeping up on Yankee Jim. Satish still up at the top. Esteban, one of my favorites in the 1 seat.
A tournament
Jacob Rooney
regular.
is the one I don't know.
I think he's new to. I've never seen him in the room. I think he's new both to the room and both to our tournament. And then that is the Force. Scott, the Force to be reckoned with, still in here. He said he called me his lucky charm, but the last time I was in the booth.
He was excited when Eddie said he wanted to run Action Tractor and let you go in the booth. He's like, yes, you were in the booth last time I won.
A force to be reckoned with.
6 fold. 7 call. Up. Check.
All right, folks, we're going 4 ways to a flop here.
Yep. 4 clears.
Poker Monkey says zoo. I'm not sure what that means. Is Satish flush draw?
Yeah, Steve's with the flush draw, and
4 check.
Poppy with bottom pair, and Yankee Jim with an inside straight draw, but...
Yeah, see, Poppy just like, well, I have a pair and let me keep my ace kicker. Esteban's like, well, I've got 2 4s. It checks around. You could have cleared the field so easily just by betting 4K. Just one blind would have cleared the field, and then you're,
1 check.
you know.
4 checks. 5 checks.
I see Satish and up it's Jin for Satish. He makes the flush on
He's
the
got
river.
all of it.
5 bets, 5,000.
And he's going to try to see if he can get a value bet out of value bet, and Poppy's going to make the light call with 5s.
Got slush.
Wow. I had 2 pair. Well, the everybody had the 9s, Poppy, so that didn't really count. You can, if that's not a full deck, Eddie, you can grab one out of the box.
Give me all those if you want. All right, guys.
I think I fixed the YouTube chat problem.
Oh, okay.
Fast and Furious. We are down to.
Still with 6. Still with 6.
We lost somebody. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
We're still at 6 players, ladies and gentlemen. It's
hand 9.
And it sucks because they were almost made hands. It was the kings that he decided to split, and then the poker monkey with the flops to set of 7s, and it was no good.
Yep.
It's a finicky game, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's a question on whether or not you keep the draw or whether or not you keep the made hand.
It really is. Now Esteban has 2 7s.
And Scott, the force to be reckoned with, has 3 spades.
He does let it go.
3 fold. 3 players.
I'm going to reiterate, King is doing a great job of mucking those discards. So here, Esteban mucks one of his 7s. I think Poppy calls him with ace jack.
I agree, because he does have the blocker holding the ace of spades.
Right. He's got backdoor nuts, flush draw. He's got the queen 10 backdoor straight draw. He's got the ace.
Oh, wait, he folded.
Oh, he did.
Wow. That's a snug fold. That is a very. That's a snug fold. I might have probably.
I'm gonna look at Esteban's stack really quickly. He had him covered.
Oh, okay.
Well, close. After he picked up that pot, he has him covered. So it would have left Matt with crumbs.
True.
And honestly, when we're on the bubble right now with 130 and then 400, that's a $277 pay jump, and then it's gradual up from there. 44, 50, 155, 300, and I think Matt's just wants to pick a better spot. He's like, 1 pair. I don't want to go broke with 1 pair in this game.
Right? Because
in a hold'em, sure.
Yeah, you're gonna dance
game,
with 1 pair.
Way too easy to have flop sets, flop 2 pair, flopped flush draws.
And it's difficult because that's the other thing about Pineapple, because that it's not only you just trying to make the right decision on what card to discard, but now it's trying to figure out
put somebody on
a hand that did exactly what Esteban did when he moved all in.
Yep.
And even though Poppy had the best hand at the moment,
we saw he had the best hand, but all he had was top pair and a decent kicker. Jack, And
look at this.
Oh, Satish, he flops a full house if they'd let him keep them all.
Exactly. As the late, great Mike Sexton says, he's flopped 30 miles. He's got a set of 10s.
All right, it's just going to go around.
Oh, and Yankee Jim's going to call with his flush draw.
And
inside straight draw, yeah.
He could get an 8.
Or a diamond that doesn't pair the board.
2 of the 8s have been mucked. All of the diamonds are live.
This is going to get bad. And it's just a bet and call.
Oh, you know what would be great? 8 of diamonds. Oh,
close, but
8 of diamonds would have been really good.
That'd have been. That's right. I forget you like pain. Well,
love it.
Satish has 10s full, and Yankee Jet does have a flush, and he's going to pay him off.
Yeah. If we didn't get that last diamond on the board, we would have saw more chips, because now Yankees got the queen, the king, and the ace to worry about.
Right. So I like to think he kind of got away losing the minimum.
Yeah, he did. And Satish had 3 10s and 3 7s.
Wow. It could only go up from there.
Esteban said he had king 7. Poppy in the hijack.
6,000
with
6 fold.
Ace and the San Francisco 49er.
I think it's an easy fold. I mean,
7 call.
I might be wrong. I don't know, but I think it's a fold. I'm not saying I'm right, but I think I fold ace 9 4.
I agree with you there.
Like if I had a suited ace, if the ace and the 4 were suited, and a random 9, I would call. But the 9-4, I'm not super happy to hit a 9 high flush.
5 chicks.
That is a very loose call on Bobby's side, but who knows? And
he does hit his ace.
And so far, it's the best hand.
Yeah, I was going to say nobody else has much of anything. I want to see Poppy bet. There's 24K in the pot. Bet like 10K.
Or 12. I'd say bet 12 to bet half pot.
A little more. Mark Rodriguez in the chat says, what kind of sorcery is this? So what this is, Mark, is a little game we like to call Crazy Pineapple. So you're dealt 3 cards. There's a round of betting. You see the flop. There's another round of betting, and then you discard one of your cards. So Yankee Jim just goes ahead and folds. So you're going to have to wait one more hand to see what's going on. We got Yankee Jim's son in the chat.
Hey!
It is not limit poker. This is no limit. The blinds are 3,000, 6,000.
With a 6,000 big blind Annie.
This really could play better as a pot limit game, I think. Just because of the draws.
Actually, that is a good point. It could.
Or, like David was saying, just limit.
One raises to 15,000.
Esteban makes it 15 with his ace and a suited clubs.
4 fold.
Folds around to Yankee Jim.
6 fold.
You know, actually, considering all things considering, at least for, I think for action's sake, that is a good, considering at least just how the betting structure has been going, I think if it did go pot limit, that might be something we might think about.
Pineapple?
PLO pineapple, just or PLCP?
Yeah.
Pot limit crazy pineapple.
We are inventing games here. There's Iliad in the background. Tremendous tournament director. No one would ever fold if it's limit. Fair point.
So pot limit would be an option.
I mean, the game would last longer. You'd have to give them less chips. Because you're just moving around 2 big blinds at a time. Esteban's card didn't read, which might have been why. Now, the thing is, sometimes there's just a glitch and it doesn't read, and we don't necessarily have a bad card.
It's probably because one of the cards didn't went over here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, folks. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Got it?
It's irrelevant right now. Eddie did come in here 15 minutes ago and grab another deck, so maybe he's suspicious of the deck. And it's super easy, just swap out the whole deck and we'll test it tomorrow. It's fine. Poppy with a 9-10 queen.
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Tammy says that would be a nightmare.
Oh, look at this flop. Look at this flop for Poppy. He's
Wow. He's got
7 chicks.
pair,
One bit's 35,000.
pair and a
Good
flush
bet.
draw.
good bet by Poppy.
But the question is, Esteban. I guess with that board, I think Esteban maybe has
He's got an ace, I would think.
or even aces. I'm thinking even aces and sixes maybe.
A6? I think if it's
With hearts, a6 maybe a6 with hearts.
I think just a random ace is good.
Oh wow! Poppy making another slug laydown. I'm like, I at least want to try to pull one off with a pair and a flush draw.
Yeah, I don't. I don't
Eric,
understand that one at all.
You'd pull one off with a pair
I
of
would have
flush draw.
bet it.
You'd be betting it. I'd be calling it down.
I would have led with Queen 10-9 on an Ace Queen 6 board. So yeah, there's Eddie getting a new deck of cards for us.
I was shoving that hand.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these are fine. These are very, for as much as we use them with our live stream, they are finite. They are finite materials.
We're gonna have to order some more.
So, for those, please subscribe because we need the revenue in order to support Dax.
Yeah, Tiny's in the chat saying he's 100% calling there with that.
Thank you, Tiny.
I don't know if I moved. I didn't know if I moved. That's a big decision. He did. Thank you. Big decision. I mean, I was suited. I was suited with the A's and then the Queen. Luckily, it was. I mean,
so he flopped Ace Queen.
Okay, Ace.
That was suited.
Maybe Ace Queen of Hearts. Because it came out diamonds.
Well, right. But he probably had the Queen of Diamonds. No, probably had the Queen of
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
With Ace Queen of Hearts, it came out Queen.
Okay.
It came out two diamonds. Uh-oh. Speaking of kings, we know Scott's going to let this go, but Jim's probably going to come in for a raise with his kings and a suited king with suited Broadway cards.
Now, with my ace being suited, I would like to stay in. Now he was away from the table, so it's a moot point. Jacob has a really not a bad hand. He's got ace, queen, deuce with the suited ace. You can see everybody has diamonds though, so it's going to be tough to get a. Now here we don't show yet.
Right.
You don't show until you discard. Even though they're both all in, we don't show our cards yet.
All right, and it comes
now.
Jack 8-7. It's so.
That's a rough one. It's going to be fold the 10, fold the deuce.
Yep. All right. So it's Yankee Jim with the kings and Jacob with ace queen.
Nobody has clubs.
So now it's only an ace.
And there's only two aces left. That's it. Jacob eliminated. Well, thankfully they made that deal, so yeah, he gets 130.
He free rolled this pretty much.
Satish still way up at top. Esteban at 27 big blinds, and Yankee Jim at 23 now. So that was a good come up for him. There's Jacob Rooney, $130. Gets his buy-in back. He played for free and free rolled for 4 hours.
And Scott, the force to be reckoned with, still holding steady. He's still in it.
Let's look at Scott's stack again. He's in 43,000 chips with 7 big blinds. Let's check his VPIP. Voluntarily putting money in the pot. Yankee Jim up at the top. Matt Poppy up. I mean, now, but the thing is, I'm going to turn these down for a second. With 3 cards, your VPIP is going to be a lot higher because everybody's seeing a flop. Nobody's getting super aggressive pre-flop. So yeah, everybody's limping in. This is really it's a new enough game that nobody has solved it at this table.
Right.
I'm not saying nobody solved it because I'm sure there's geniuses out there who have, but it's new enough for Poker House that our players have only been playing it for maybe a month. Mm-hmm. And it's super fun.
I know. At some point, I want to play this. Scott's going with it. Yeah, he's got the pocket. He's got 2 10s. Yeah. He's all in. And Jim with a 3 across connector and a suited connector.
So we Eddie's getting exact chip counts. He noticed that the chip stack was off, so it does not look like he. It's irrelevant because Satish is not in the hand right now anyway. So for this hand, it's irrelevant. Mm-hmm. Mike Miller in the chat saying plays all like a regular bomb pot. With this specific line of players, I promise if I was there, it would not. People would be folding more pre-flop. Nobody's really taking a lead pre-flop. They're all wanting to see a flop to see what they have. And that might just be because it's so new that they really don't know what to do yet. Yankee Jim, I don't know.
Let's look at it. It's going to be 31 with 55 already, so he's not quite getting 2-1.
And Esteban still left to act behind him. Esteban just called, so I'm not worried about him. I'm not taking this long if I'm Jim, but he can hit the flop so well.
In a number
if it
of
wasn't
ways.
such a, and this is what I was saying, where Scott being aggressive pre-flop takes it down. That's what I would do more often. So many times these guys have 70 VPIPs because these guys are not being aggressive pre-flop. So Scott Friedman's 33%. Now this is a small sample size of 16 hands,
Right.
but they need to start raising more. Let's look at pre-flop raising. We got Satish at 6.
Yeah.
That's like one time he raised in 16 hands.
Pretty much.
Esteban 26, so it's like 3 times he raised. 4.
And obviously a couple of them are the all-ins that didn't get called.
Hey, y'all, hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Like, subscribe, share. I grabbed this YouTube and I shared it on my Facebook and on my Twitter so that everybody can come along.
By all means, I mean, we stream now that, I guess, between myself, Eric, and a few others, we stream every day. Every day. It's cash games, it's final tables, it's tournaments,
So
it's
fun.
everything. This will fulfill all your nightly needs if you are a poker aficionado.
Yeah, and we do have some more stuff that we have not streamed yet. We recorded some stuff pre-Thanksgiving just so we would have stuff in case the stream crashed while I was back in Minnesota for the holidays. The stream didn't crash. It was great. Matt Poppy flopping a full house.
Whoa!
Nobody else has much of anything.
Yankee Jim's got the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, I take that back. No, he doesn't.
Matt,
Wow.
got all of it.
And he moves.
You're just gonna let you've got the fish on the hook nibbling, and you just yanked it out of his mouth.
Wow, Matt.
You just yanked it out of his mouth, Matt. You should have made some. You should have got paid on that one.
I don't know. Even though the flop of full house, but it's still a
You're clearly not a dairy burger.
with a rainbow board, and yes, it's a paired board, but
What did Scott say? You're clearly. Oh. So Yankee Jim is validating that play.
You guys had 10-5, you had me screwed, but otherwise I'm in there.
So Tiny Poker says, Eric, look into turning on the Streamlab loyalty program. Gives everyone a chat a fun game to play. All right. I'll do that when I'm not streaming tomorrow.
Hey, there we go.
Or, yeah. I'll do that when I'm streaming tomorrow, but I'm not streaming a live game because, like I said, we've got a couple of things in the can.
Oh yeah, and tomorrow night. Tomorrow. It's Wednesday. It's Katie's game.
We won't even get to the final table till 2:00 in the morning. 95 players in that ridiculous
I was just
thing.
mentioning that while you went to go almost 100 players. And now we raised
Such a good game.
the guarantee.
$5,000 guarantee for a $100 buy-in.
And look at this.
And Matt Poppy. Oh, they're all in, so it's irrelevant.
This is automatic.
He's gonna fold a 4,
and
Scott's doesn't matter. Gonna fold his 5,
and Scott's gonna need runner.
He needs an ace. An ace will do it.
Yep.
I had 10 jack.
I had 10 jack. He
Oh
says.
no.
All right, Scott. Good luck.
There we go.
He's a force. I'm rooting for the force. He's got an 11% chance to hit an ace.
Yep.
Doesn't do it on the turn.
Got to be a Greenstein ace on the river.
Doesn't do it.
No.
Doesn't do it.
And Scott, the force to be reckoned with. Well, I mean, he made a final table. He's going to finish in 5th place.
He did. Out in 5th place, and that's going to pay him
$407. $407.
Next pay jump, 440. Little tiny pay jump between 4th and 5th. And let's look at those stack sizes again with 4 players left. We've got Satish still at top. I mean, he's going wire to wire, not looking back.
And here comes
Matt
Poppy.
right behind him, hot on his trail. Esteban with 22 bigs.
And Yankee Jim's now, he's, but still,
I like
18 bigs, plenty of time.
What Eddie's doing right now, we have 4 cameras set up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, excuse me, we have five cameras on this table. We have 1, 2, seats 3 and 4. Seat 5 has his own camera, which 4, 5, and 6 are in. 6 and 7, and 8 and 9. So Eddie's moving the players around so everybody gets their own camera time.
Absolutely.
Instead of having some dead space and then 2 people in one. So I like that. It's a switch to flipping the software. Chat, ears, points, just being in chat and chatting. They can gamble those points. All right, I love that.
Okay,
you're going to have to teach me how to do that. I'll flip switches with the best of them.
Here we go, folks.
I'm just making sure. I'm double checking.
I'm breaking one. My toes blind.
Okay, and with the flop coming King 8 Deuce, Yankee Jim's flopped the nut flush draw. Matt Poppy's got top pair, and Satish, well, he's wishing for a new flop.
4 calls.
Yeah, Jim's making that call with the nut flush draw.
3 now.
So Pablo goes, discards his, and Jim, I'm pretty sure, is going to let go of that deuce.
Okay. I moved Jim for 40. Okay, no problem. Heads up. Like, do we have like deal making later?
And oh, look at this.
Check.
Now he's made a pair of jacks with the flush draw. Poppy's still with the pair of carry kings still ahead.
Got a bid of 25,000.
Oh, man.
And this time Poppy makes the call.
Sounds like Esteban is the chop block at this table. Poppy with 2 pair, kings and 8s. I missed my flush.
And Poppy's going to take down this pot.
Another pot for Poppy.
I think that pot gives Poppy the chip lead.
It's going to be close. It is so close. 47 to 45 big blinds. Poppy leading the way. He might call in tomorrow.
No, he told me he's not working until Sunday.
Attaboy. He's going to go party with that $1,289. And Satish said, can we make a deal later? Yeah.
Well, now,
yeah, Eddie says, I'm never chopping right now.
Well, the problem is Satish isn't really the one that can make that. Now, Poppy's the chip leader.
Yeah. Well, anybody can offer it. Jim can offer a chop.
But Jim will probably try to offer a chop.
Hey, you guys want to chop this up? But like I said, Esteban is going to be the chop block here and not do it. He already told him he's not chopping.
3 calls.
Poppy just said he's running hot.
Oh wow! And look at this. He's got 2 10s.
He's running good.
Now I see what you mean. Now, obviously, I would want to try to take down this pot with the 2 10s pre-flop,
Right.
Because of that reason right there.
So now anybody could have 2 spades in their hand, so that's kind of scary.
Or an ace. Or in this case, Esteban's got aces up.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty happy having top and bottom.
Count the head.
We got a bid of 45,000 in the one.
Oh wow! An overbet.
4 fold. I mean a 3 fold.
I would have called you if it wasn't for that ace.
7 fold.
If it wasn't for the ace, Poppy would have called.
I had 10. I had pocket 10.
Well, good fold.
That's a good lay down.
Anything less than a 10 there, I was going to push.
All right, Poppy giving strategy lessons. If the flop came out less than a 10, he's in.
I guess we can't be mad because obviously he's had a good run today in the room. So.
He's doing well.
Very easy to have an ace 3 there, ace whatever.
All right, 8,000.
All right, what I'm going to do.
1, 3, 5, 7. I like that. He odd number. 7 calls.
And Esteban with 3 diamonds and a big ace. And everybody's going to go to this flop. And it comes down 6, 9, queen.
3 checks. 5 checks. 7 checks.
Wow, nobody for everybody being so spread out, that board hit. I mean, Poppy flopped the
He's got
straight draw.
He's got an inside straight draw. Jack will give him a straight.
Yeah. Or a 7, depending on what he folds.
And Yankee Jim's got the inside straight draw. And 8 will give him a straight. And Satish, yeah.
All right, the 9 pairs the board. That gives Esteban the best hand with ace high still. Nobody's happy with this. Wow.
I think this may be one of those first to bet may take down this pot.
Yep.
And Pop just open folds.
Nope, Satish bet 25.
Okay, there we go. So I take that back.
Satish did bet 25. Good read on the table, Satish. Representing anything, and it works great because nobody has anything. And what you want to do is just pick up those pots that nobody else wants.
And now Satish has regained the chip lead.
Did he?
Yeah.
Look and see. It's going to be close.
Yep.
37 to 33.
Satish regained the chip lead on that pot.
Whee! Yankee Jim, fan favorite, down to 3 big blinds. He's got 31,000 chips. Don't count him out because he is a force. I can't hear you. Do I need to leave the chat?
All right, folks. I think Eric's gonna step out of the booth for a moment, and I'm going to go and help. And Eric's going to help out Rick, who is going to be, I think, coming into the box shortly. Its action's going to be on Yankee Jim, and he's going to, with the ace 10, he's going to make the move all in. It's Satish with 2 5s. Satish is going to make the call, but now Poppy's got ace jack, and I believe he is going to make the call. He was getting the odds to do it, so we have Yankee Jim all in, and both our chip leaders have both called. So we are going to go. We got Yankee Jim all in. It can be a side pot between Satish and Poppy, and oh, look at this. Poppy has flopped top pair. Satish has flopped second pair. Yeah, Yankee Jim and Poppy have both flopped top pair. Satish has flopped second pair, and Poppy quickly going to go for the jugular and try to get Satish out. Even though Satish has a queen, he leads out for 30,000 on this is a side pot, and he's going to let it go. So. All right, folks, here we go. It's going to be Yankee Jim with ace 10. It's Poppy with ace jack. Poppy is a slight favorite. Going to the turn. Ew, it's a 10. Poppy will need a jack or a king. Oh, it's a 6, but it's going to be the aces and 10s for Yankee Jim. He's going to double up. As I go to the chat, we're saying Scott Freeman. It's like, thanks, Rail. Yes. Hey, Scott made another final table. He is still to this day a force. Hey, that's 2 final tables with me in the booth. Sorry, Scott, we couldn't get you the win for you, but here we go, folks. We are going to our next hand, sitting 4-handed. Action's going to be on Esteban.
I know I'm going to hit my card. One fold.
He's going to lay that down. Satish is going to make the call, and oh, Poppy with ace king 7.
Got a raise and a 7 coming.
gonna put in the raise. Gonna make it, looks like he's gonna make it 20,
33,000.
oh, excuse me, 33,000.
Oh. 20,000. Yeah. 5-fold.
And it's a raise and take it for Matt as Eric has come back into the booth.
Yeah, we had a new dealer. Rick is going to push King in about 10 minutes, and he just wanted a quick rundown of what we're doing because we talked about it pre-stream, and he just like, hey, just give me a quick rundown, and we watched King deal out of hand. He goes, got it. And then I ran Action Tracker to make sure everything was good for one hand, and it was perfect. And so I'm back in here with you.
Here we go. There you go, folks.
Check out those stack sizes really quickly. Satish up at the top with 31. Poppy. What, did Poppy win one from him?
Yeah, he just won. Like, as you came in, he'd won.
And Yankee Jim's got 12 bigs. He had 3 when I left.
He doubled through. He made aces up on the turn against Poppy's ace jack.
All right. Well, that's fun.
So he's back in. He's got chips now. Everybody to this flop.
Ace, deuce.
It's a kid's game flop.
Acey deucey.
And Satish is wishing he could play all 3 of his cards right now. But
Yes.
so far, it is Yankee Jim with the 2 8s. That is ahead.
I like it. Captain Underpair says, way to go last night, Eric. Well, thank you, Captain Underpair. It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun 3 hours.
You know, it's like when you stack up chips that are just as tall as the Chrysler Building. Yeah.
I was building a wall yesterday.
And the board pairs deuces, and so far it's Jim with his 2 8s. But
So he bet the flop and everybody called? Or did it check around?
I
must
think
have checked
it
around.
checked around,
Yeah.
and
Poppy says, I have 2 pair. Aces and deuces with a king.
he thought his
kicker.
king was going to play, but the Yankee Jim rolled over those 2 8s. Going to scoop up another pot.
All right, let's look at this VPIP. Like we were talking about, Matt Poppy, 77%. He's playing 4 out of 5 hands. Yankee Jim, 72%. Esteban and Satish both at just about 6 out of 10 hands they're playing. Stack size is 30-30, 16-16.
Oh, wow. It's pretty much
it's
it's a dead heat at the
Esteban
top.
or
So.
Yankee doubles through Matt or Satish, and they flip flop.
Yeah, I
thought there were 2 spades and 2 clubs.
clubs. I mean, I had 7, 8, and 3.
Scott Friedman in the chat, he says, thanks, Rail.
The force to be reckoned with.
Boom. Deborah says, go, Jim. Yankee Jim. I counted him out when I stepped out there with 3 big blinds, and I come back and he had 12. So let's go.
1 call. Option Jim.
I want to just pile if I'm Jim right there. Ace, King, Jack. That's a good. You got all face cards. You're playing the letters. Yes.
Got a raise.
He's
Nice.
coming in for it.
I like
Did you
it.
give him a pep talk? When you
I mean, I sure would have, but he did this before I went out there.
Okay. It's like, I raise this much.
Love it.
27,000.
There we go.
Good bet. Good bet.
27,000 to go.
It's just over 3 times the big blind.
35,000 total.
Oh,
35 total.
35
so it's
total.
27 more
so
from
it's
the big
a
blind. So
4.5x.
yeah.
5 call.
And now this is like now Matt Poppy's seen a
I don't
raise
like
and a
that.
call.
I don't like that call at all from Satish. What's he calling for? He's got 8 Jack Queen.
A rainbow.
When Yankee Jim makes it that much, that's an easy fold. I probably fold that pre-flop. I mean,
now you're in a situation where
yeah, he's got Jack Queen. Yankee Jim's got Jack Ace. He's just gonna ship it.
All right,
All
got a
in.
number in the 3.
case in point right there. Now he's stuck because the thing is, it's like you flop the Jack now.
You could be up against Ace Ace, King King, Queen Queen, Ace Jack, Jack King,
Or he's
a random 5.
or a random 5.
Yeah. Yankee could have been doing that with 10, 10, 5 and hit his 5. I don't like that call pre-flop.
And now he's stuck because he's sitting there going, you flop top pair, but
And Satish he's tied first and second. He doesn't want to be tied third and fourth. Good fold.
it makes a solid lay down, and
He
then
does show
shows the jack.
Yep, he shows the jack. He does. You'll see it on TV. He says, so Yankee is back to 12 big blinds. So he must have lost a hand while we were talking. Satish is still up to 36. So he must have lost the last hand to Satish. And now he just got it back a little bit. That actually, with me missing that hand, that makes sense. Like I was giving action yesterday to people who I was continually beating because you get in their head, you get in somebody's head. If you can't beat, like if you're at the table and you just cannot beat Yankee Jim, I don't want to play pots with him.
Right.
So if Satish had just won a few hands from him, he can play differently, and Yankee might just fold. Not in this situation. We got fives against nines against kings.
Against kings, and I feel Jim is going to.
He's going to make it another big bet.
Going to come over the top that Jake LaMotta way and come in with a big raise.
There's Rick coming in to get me.
Yep, with a big raise.
Total of 39,000.
Comes in for 39,000.
So now
That's 5x. That's five.
Yeah.
That is 5x, and wow.
I can see calling if I'm Poppy. I would have called if I was Esteban with a pair and getting 4-1 on your money. I would have called if I was Esteban. I don't hate the fold, but especially in the tournament when it's like for most of his stack, so I guess I wouldn't have.
And
now,
Satish is in
Yankee
trouble.
Jim first. Yankee Jim's just gonna rip it again.
Yep.
And now Satish is like, well, doggone it. I got, again, I have middle pair.
And
I can't
gotta
call
let
that.
it go. And Poppy's
gonna
gonna. Why
fold.
did I?
Yep. Two great plays by Yankee Jim. Two questionable pre-flop calls by Satish. I
He
don't
gave up
fault,
half his stack on just calling.
I don't fault Poppy for that last call after he got two people called in front of him.
And if I'm not mistaken, that meant. Okay, well, yeah. Satish still in first.
Yep.
Yankee Jim, that literally he had about 30,000.
He had two when I left. Now he has 22.
He had about 30,000.
Yep.
When you left, and now he has almost 180,000.
Well, he had less than 30,000 because he only had two big blinds.
Oh, that's right.
At the 4 and 8 level, that he had 16,000. Let's check out these payouts while we're here. Scott Friedman for $407. Jacob Rooney getting his money back. They're fighting for $1,300 up top. The next one guaranteed $444. Now Esteban has been treading water at this table. This is cumulative winnings. He's only up 5K.
Oh wow, that's not much from when he
from
started.
the time he
When
sat down. Yeah, so he started with 90,000. He's got 95 now. So he's gonna finally raise it up once.
And Poppy's gonna spray around with the 2 5s and a one gapper.
I like it. He's got the flush draw. He's got the straight draw. He's got a pair. He can really hit this board hard, and he can get away from it if it all comes out face cards.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
We got Satish with a middle set. We got Poppy with the flush draw.
And Esteban with the 2 6s.
Esteban, that's an easy fold for Esteban.
Yeah, I agree. So.
I don't hate Poppy's call. He could be dominated with 2 higher clubs, but lucky for we know nobody had a club except for the 3, so he's got 7 clean outs. I would be really surprised if he doesn't hit a club.
75.
Oh wow!
And he's drawing. through a
I don't
club.
know if I'd pull. I mean, that's 75,000. That's half of his chips right there on this call, and he moves all in dark.
Wow. Wow. Poppy's down to 8 big blinds.
That was a questionable call on the turn.
It really was. It really was.
Maybe if he had the pair, he had the flush draw and the straight draw. Maybe if he had something like King Jack of clubs.
Yeah. Or higher clubs, I would have not hated it as much. But he really had. He could have been thoroughly dominated. I think he was just in the mode where you flop it so hard, you're like, man, it's got to come.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it didn't. He had all of his outs except for the 3 were clean outs.
I agree.
Nobody had a club.
So when the queen gets there and you don't have a second redraw,
Yeah.
I would have, and he called off half of his stack to try to still hit the flush draw. Which
That was a good bet by Satish.
I mean, I can understand why he took his shot, because if he wins the pot, he's going to be the dominant chip leader.
Huge.
He would have been the dominant chip leader with 3 players left. But
Right now, Satish's. Let's take a glance at Satish's hand. 410,000.
oh, I see. Now he's got the entire table covered now.
Yeah. He's got a hammer lock on this thing. That's a look of dejection in Matthew Poppy.
And the thing is, it's like in those moments you got to break out the funk. But Esteban's going to go with it with the pair of 8s.
Poppy might earn $111 right now. If he can get Esteban to bust out. Now, this isn't enough money to worry about to like ICM and trying to ladder up for another $100. Like when we were playing the birthday bash a month ago, or the summer jam in August, when they were playing for $5,000 pay jumps, that's when you kind of like lay back and try to ladder up. But next out gets 444. After that, it's 555. I'm not changing my play at all for an extra $111. Now,
I mean, if it's 11,000.
yeah. Yeah, if we move the decimal point around,
I might
do it. But
put a comma in there. Put a couple comma there with 2 digits.
I want Matt to fold now. As much as he wants to play suited connectors like that, he's only got 7 big blinds left, and he needs to tighten up.
Absolutely, he needs to. It's a situation now where he has to basically wait for a hand and then
shove
and make the move.
What I would do next hand, shove
Right.
under the gun before you look, because you don't want to have to pay $10K in the blinds and annies before it comes around.
And with this now we have Esteban with the ace high, but it's Satish with the open ender. Now it flips. Now
Yankees got a king.
And Esteban now, he has the inside straight draw. A queen will give him a straight.
Satish needs a 3 or an 8. They're all live. Doesn't do it.
And
the
one
diamonds
spot
come
too
home.
short. Yeah, that's going to...
He can bluff at it if he wants to. He's got enough chips. If he bets big, there's 90K in the pot. He needs to bet more than that. He hasn't bet yet.
Oh.
Okay, good. I was like, that's not enough, Satish. You got to bluff more than that. I like that bet way more than the 20 I thought you were going to put out.
75.
Oh, wow. That's
a good bet. I like it.
He bets 80% of the pot.
Yankee has top pair, great kicker. He's got the queen blocker for the flush, but it's so... especially in a game like Crazy Pineapple where you get 3 cards, I'm not trying to lose half my stack with 1 pair. I don't blame Yankee for folding right now at all, if he does.
But I guess you have to look at that board going, what is he calling? What is he throwing away on that board? Mm-hmm. And
that hit.
backdoor diamonds
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
So can you really put him on 2 diamonds, especially when you're holding 1?
Even if it's not a flush, you could easily have 2 pair or trips. He could have flopped trip 5s or something, or 5-7, just anything, and checked around. I think he would have bet though. So it's just a weird game. But I agree, it came backdoor flush, which is the most likely thing. And Yankee does fold.
He's gonna let that
Good
go.
bet, and I'm folding there too out Yankee.
Hey, stop throwing your cards.
And then he was outside Jim saying he's representing flush. That's exactly what he did. That's what that bet was, to represent a flush.
Did Satish show the bluff? Oh. Esteban said I had to open. Or did Satish say that, or Esteban say that?
I think that was Esteban.
Okay, that's what I thought also. Satish says I did not want you to call. He's telling the truth. All right. Matt and Esteban.
I believe his blinds are up now, so we're playing that 5-5.
This is a shove, Matt. 6 big blinds. Shove it before you have to put it in as a blind. Calling is the worst option.
I mean, I know
I want to shove.
Oh, look at this. Now he's stuck. He's got because Jim's
got a
got
raise and a re-raise.
Absolutely.
Or a raise and a call. And he's got 5 bigs left. Satish is.
Oh, Yankee, he just limped.
That's a. Yeah.
Oh, unless he was doing the set the trap, and he did.
He did.
He's making it 55.
I don't know if he was setting the trap so much as just wanting to see a flop.
Oh no!
Because Poppy. Yeah, he's like, I got 2 jacks, but is it good? He might have been suspicious because Satish was suspicious. Like, why is this guy calling when he's only got 6 big blinds left? Yeah, that's
wow.
Oh, well, let's watch Satish, or excuse me, let's watch Yankee Jim when Satish flips over 2 10s. And they're not going to do it yet because they have to wait for a flop.
Right.
Because that determines.
So it's in this situation that he's really hoping.
Yep. Don't show your cards until after you discard.
There we go.
Because that would might influence somebody. Oh! Yankee flopping.
He's not going to like. He's not going to like himself in the morning.
Oh, Debbie, do you see what I see?
This is brutal. He would have flopped top set.
Let's see. I want to see.
And yeah, that's Jim probably smashing the table. Here's the turn. Oh, and he would have made jacks full. He would have made top boat.
The nuts. Nobody has
Jim
a
is.
Let's listen to these guys.
Oh wow. Poppy made a strong run. He's going to finish in 4th place.
Hey, good job, Poppy. Good job.
But I think it's more or less Jim is going to look at realizing that should be my pot that got pushed over that way. Wow. It was the best hand going into it. He would have flopped top set, turned top full, and that would have been an absolute triple up. But no, I've been told it said you lose 100% of the hands you don't play. Oh no! As we go to the chat, his son saying "Dummy Jim."
Dummy Jim had it again.
No, I can't fault him, but or can I mean really? It was 50. He made it 50,000 to go. Poppy was all in for 64. Jim, that would have been for half a Jim stack, and he would have. And if he doesn't, and if it doesn't come jack high, then he's stuck.
Yep.
So I mean, it's
a tough one.
But the fold did make him $100.
Yeah. He should have raised pre-flop. Satish might have only called. Yes.
Yeah, I think the not raising.
Yeah.
Because it's shorthand. I mean, you're short. Even though you're getting 3 cards, it's still shorthanded.
Yeah, and even if he does call, if you raise, now you've committed yourself, and then you call anyway. Satish with 2 kings. Yankee Jim still mad that he folded last hand.
And I think he's just gonna
20,000.
And
Call.
Esteban that's got connected cards and suited clubs. And good night, nurse.
3 kings. Now Esteban.
10,000.
Oh no! Satish is just running into the deck like it's a brick, like it's Girl Scout with free cookies.
There's a thing called check.
There's Esteban says he's giving lessons. There's a thing called check. You could have checked that.
What do you think? What do you think I know? What do you think you have? What do you think I know that you have? Ace king, ace queen, king.
Eric, I think the frustration is coming out just so slightly with Esteban. I mean, if we're honest, he really hasn't had any cards to play at this time.
No, he hasn't.
He has been card dead this whole time, and he's found a way. Even though with him being card dead, he's found a way to make it into the top 3.
Yeah, he all of a sudden has third place. Third place in chips.
So I think with Esteban, with the fact he's got 6 bigs, he's got to hope that he hits the flop and go with it. Otherwise, he's going to be in the
Satish hits the flop. He's
look
open-ended
at
with
that.
a flush draw.
With a straight flush draw.
Seven of hearts for the nuts.
10.
Satish bets 10,000 into a 40K pot. I like that. Nobody has anything. Yankee Jim does have top pair on this board.
He did get a piece of it, and
Wow. All right.
I mean, he got a piece of it, and he has a blocker. He has a heart. He has a. Never mind.
Now we're done.
Yeah, we're done now.
Another.
Wait, no.
We could get another heart.
He's sitting there with the Queen of Hearts too. So.
80 to call, or 80, 100 in the 80 in the pot, 20 to call.
And it goes
40.
So Satish has a straight and a flush.
And Jim with just a pair of 5s and.
Yes, he did.
And Satish is literally becoming the chairman at this table.
He is 61 big blinds. Yankee Jim is 7. Esteban is 6. They are playing for second place right now.
I mean, he's got 500,000 more than the other 2 combined.
Yeah, it's good. Now let's check out these payouts real quick. We have Matthew Poppy in 4th place, taking home 444. Scott Friedman with 407. Jacob Rooney 130 for his money back. VPIP, and again with 3 cards shorthanded, everybody's playing all of the heck cards. 3 out of 5 cards are getting played. Pre-flop raising, Esteban and Yankee up at the top with almost 30%. Satish just down to less than 10%.
Oh,
Check out the stack size.
He's not even worried about the flop anymore. He's like, I'm just going to flop a set every time I get a pair.
If I'm Satish right now, I just min-click every hand because Yankee Jim and Esteban don't want to go. Well, never mind. Never mind. Esteban said Queen, Jack, 6. But the thing is, like we were talking about, next hand he has to put in that big blind nanny.
And Satish has a pair.
Yeah, he's going to call with 2 5s and all the chips.
I mean, it's not even going to cost him 10% of his stack.
No.
It's a chance to take him out, and he would have a pretty much walkover heads-up match.
Yeah.
He's going to have nearly a 15-1 chip lead on Yankee Jim.
Yankee Jim
is begging for a call.
Well, and if he calls, he needs Satish to win.
Right.
Because he doesn't want Esteban to double up.
True.
Because he would rather be, hey, let's both have 7 big blinds instead of now I have 7 and you have 14 and Satish still has a zillion. So he really wants Satish to win right now.
Well, right now, he is ahead with that pocket pair.
It's a $300 and $320 pay jump. If
and up, well, he's still holding on. The pair just turned into a pair of kings.
Yep, he's way ahead now. They're going to start discarding.
And Esteban's going to need a lot of help.
He needs runner something.
Runner come either runner flush or runner straight or runner 2 pair.
That's
that is not one of them.
We're done. Yankee Jim just got $320
by just folding
when he had 2 big blinds. That's what we call chip and 2 chairs, or 2 chips and a chair, I guess it was. All right.
My favorite hand, 5-5.
Pocket 5. This is what did you discard? All right.
And we're heads up. And
heads up.
And Yankee Jim, this is the time where Being a bowler, it's for Yankee Jim. He's going to have to bowl a perfect game here to be able to come back to try to see if he can come back and win this tournament.
Hey, Tammy, what do you know do you know Jason?
You want an accurate count? I got it.
Deborah, tell me who wins between Jason and Jim in a heads-up battle. Because I feel like a challenge coming on.
Oh.
And I wouldn't mind streaming that for funsies.
Hey, I mean, just like the old school, the match races they used to have.
Jason's talking a lot of trash against old Pops.
I mean, Poker Go does those high-stakes feuds. I mean, hey, we could do I would broadcast a father-son heads-up.
Let's go. I like it.
Battle of the Ages.
Deborah could be in the booth with me. All right, Jason's. All right.
Jason has cast the first stone.
I'll be talking to them and find out. We shall see.
We shall see. That'll be an interesting one. We might have to set odds on that.
I'm in. I don't know Jason at all. Jason, do you play down here at the poker house? If you play in the cash side, I don't know you because I'm just over here in the tournament side.
All right.
Dad would win. Mom says Dad would win.
Son says I would win.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm in.
I mean,
let's do an afternoon thing when I don't have anything going on.
There you go, folks.
We have to do it next week, though. I mean, after next week. My wife is here and so she's taking, she's using up all my afternoons. Jason's in Colorado. Cheap flights from Denver to anywhere. That was when I was looking to move. Denver was one of the spots.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
how close are you to Blackhawk?
Oh, I want to go there so bad.
Blackhawk is the best.
I want to go there so bad.
Yankee Jim, A.K. Deuce. We got a raise and a call. Yankee does raise it to 55. Satish calls the extra 45. Flop comes out Queen 7-4. And Yankee bluffs at it. He's got no part of it. I love it.
And
did he call? He's got no part of it either. What are you doing calling, Satish?
With just a naked ace 10.
That would be an easy fold. I mean,
no redraw.
No.
No top pair. Now, I mean,
wow. He needs a 9 or a 10 exactly. He's drawing to one pair.
And Yankee Jim checks.
Satish could steal it now.
Absolutely, because now the straight comes there. So the straight got there. It's going to go check.
They do go check.
Wow.
Satish
handed Jim this pot.
That was his first misstep. I don't know why he called that flop. And when Jim checks to you on the turn, you got to slam that river.
Absolutely. Because now, I mean, let's see. Now Jim's got fighting chips now.
He just picked up a big stack.
He's got fighting chips now.
All right. AK again.
Oh, look at this.
He's going to do it again. Now Satish has a 3-liner, 5-7-8 with the 2 hearts. I think Satish knows he misplayed that one. We are getting close to break. Probably just another hand or two left. You can see 1 minute, 28 seconds left on the clock in front of Rick. One of our phenomenal dealers. He just ships it.
Yabba dabba doo.
All right. Oh, yep. All right, we're going to get another hand in before break. And he's working on that chip lead. Let's take a look.
I mean,
24-40. He wins one double up. And we're flip flopping.
It flip flops. He'll be the chip lead with almost 500,000.
Wow. All right, let's check out these payouts again. Nope, these are cumulative winnings. Let's check out payouts. So cumulative winnings. Let's look at payouts first. Cumulative. Yankee Jim is up 466,000 chips from the time they sat down 8-handed. Satish is down almost 20K. He came to the final table as a massive chip leader.
He was the dominant chip leader.
And Yankee has all the other chips on the table, and he's still behind.
That's crazy.
Last hand before break. You heard it here first. It is a 10-minute break. Now they can come back whenever they want and start playing, and they'll just skip the break. I don't know if they will or not. So just hang out. We're going to, after this hand, we'll flip the cameras back on.
Yeah, we're going to...
So you can see we are the best commentators in this room.
This card, never mind. They all need to be there. We're good.
And I can say heartedly, I learned from the best, honestly. I'll openly admit that I was that pretty much it was mostly raw energy. I had to be polished by the Almighty here. And speaking of Almighty, Jim with kings.
Call.
And Satish calling with the queen and suited clubs. Uh-oh.
We might not get to break.
I don't think let's say Satish with the top pair and a flush draw.
Check.
And I think Jim's going to put it all. I think, what, 75?
75.
Satish has got to go with this, honestly. If you got a chance to win the tournament, you got to go for the win.
You need a crowbar to get that hand. He's going to slow play it. He doesn't want 75. He wants 200. You can never fold.
Call.
Yeah. Now, what he's doing, what took so long is, do I keep my queens or do I go for the flush?
That's a good point, yeah.
And either way, I'm super.
He
kept his queen.
But in the 4 of the turn, there's no help, so.
It didn't matter.
And he moved all in. And makes the call.
Man,
I think this just flip-flopped, Eric.
Yes.
Unless a 10 or a queen hits the board, Yankee Jim is going to have all of a sudden go
if
from...
If it's a club, Satish is going to be sick. It wasn't, so it was irrelevant.
So Yankee Jim just got the chip lead before break.
Wow, just like that. That is incredible. Let's
He trailed this whole time. He had less than 2 big blinds.
Wow.
He had less than 2 big, like 9.
Right.
Now he is the chip leader, heads up.
So let's go bink. And just like that.
508,000.
Wow, they're going to do exact chip counts to make sure. But, wow.
What a turn of events, folks. That's why you said you're never out, and that's what they say. You're never out until you lose all of your chips. And that's a perfect example. Yankee Jim had less than 30,000 about 2 levels ago. Now he's heads up with the chip lead.
Wow, that's so great. I'm going to...
like I said, we need to start charging him like a rent. We need to start charging him rent for our table.
Something. That was phenomenal.
Wow.
Wow. All right. So cameras on. Let's turn down that chat just while they're chipping up everybody. So we've got 50 big blinds for Yankee Jim. Satish at 23 big blinds. Blinds are going up. But Yankee Jim with 500,000 chips.
But I think the real thing that has mostly changed is it's the momentum, and that's the Satish for the longest time had all the momentum.
He had everything going his way,
and with that one hand, it's flipped, and now Yankee Jim got the chip lead, all the momentum. I know they're gonna take a break and do chip, but it's all the momentum is now with Jim.
Mom's in the chat saying "Wee Jim," son saying "Nice." Deborah, amazing. Ralph, chip in a chair. Tammy, he wants to name that turn.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's the other thing he said. We have to.
If you win 3 times in a row, you get to name it.
Welcome.
Monogram Jim's name on one of the chairs. That I like that idea. I like that idea.
That could be the bonus. If you win 3 times, then
you get a chair.
We'll get a chair.
I wonder how that would work because that's expensive.
Or at least we could put a cover.
I was gonna say like a pillowcase.
We could put the logo on a cover, and then we could put it on the. Yeah, that would be something else.
I like it. That's fun. I like that idea.
Then we will need to charge Jim rent.
We'll have to figure that out.
Wow,
that's a good one. I'm going to let's see what can I do to get this on here. I'm going to jump on to the YouTube. Well, it's only 5 minutes. I was going to try to put a clock up here, so that they could see something else. Let's just go through these stats while we're waiting.
Absolutely.
So we got the stack size. Yankee Jim. I'm going to make this one bigger. Uno momento. So we've got... Let's make that bigger so we can see what's going on. And I'm going to put this over here. And we're playing Crazy Pineapple. And I'm going to put that down there. And then hit this button. All right. So
these are our chip counts, ladies and gentlemen. Heads up after that hand. Where?
So Yankee Jim's huge. VPIP voluntarily putting in pre-flop or putting in the pot.
It's dead heat.
They're both playing 7 out of 10 hands. They're not folding very often. And pre-flop raising, Yankee Jim way out ahead, 33%. Every third hand he's raising. Satish, every 10 hands he's raising one time.
But in the same sense, like look at the hands that Jim's woken up with to be able to climb back through this. I mean,
it was good. Aggression frequency, Jim out in front with 50% of the hands, Satish at 40%, and just the payouts now is all that's left that people care about. We got Esteban, 555, just got eliminated. Matthew Poppy, 444. Scott Friedman, 407. And Jacob Rooney down at the bottom, getting his money back on the bubble. First place. We're fighting over
400
right now.
Almost $420, basically.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. And
can anyone name poker room where management is so open to ideas? Poker House simply rocks. I agree.
Absolutely. We're I think really happy that we're getting a chance to be able to come up with the ideas and they actually can come to life. Almost every other time you worry about that when you work in places.
And not everything works. Sometimes we're like, hey, double board, PLO bomb pot, let's go, 10 a.m. start time. It's going to be super fun. And they got 25 players the first time, and then they got about 20 the second time, and then a table showed up the third time, and they went, this isn't fun. We went, okay, that's fine. We'll quit doing it. I'll run whatever you guys want to run. You want to run a father-son heads-up tournament? Let's go.
Absolutely. I think
I'm in. I'll stream it.
Last was that I didn't. I knew I was gone because unfortunately I do not wear pajamas last Saturday.
Boom! How fun was that? Let's talk about. We got a few minutes left. Let's talk about those new tournaments.
The Insomniac, honestly, for those that are night owls, that is a tournament.
So 10 p.m. start time, $100 buy-in, 15-minute levels, 10K starting stack, and if you wear your pajamas to make it fun, you get an extra 5K. If you wear a bathrobe, you get an extra 5K. And if you bring a toy to donate, you get an extra 5K. If you don't want to go shopping, don't want to wear pajamas, don't want to wear a robe, you can get 3 bonus 5K chips by donating $10, right? When you bust out, your pajamas and your robe doesn't count. So to get the bonus chips, you need to donate 3 toys or $10. So we had 36 players.
Oh, wow.
Guess what we raised? Besides everybody wearing pajamas and robes and bringing stuffed animals to donate, we had a whole box of stuffed animals. I took pictures and put them on the Facebook page. Guess how much money we raised? Cash money.
Good grief. I can only imagine. I'm hoping it's like close to maybe... Because I know how our players are when it comes to give back to the community. I'm hoping maybe at least $1,000.
It was $900.
Oh, wow.
36 players.
Wow.
And actually, I am good at math, and I went, we only had 36 players. If they each gave $30, that's where not everybody gave $30 because half of these guys are wearing robes. 75% of them are wearing pajamas. Everybody's giving away toys. Where did that 900 come from? Because the math doesn't add up. One of the cash players came over and goes, hey, man, I love what you're doing. I'm not playing in the tournament. I'm over here, but can I give you some money? And we went, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And so he just said, hey, here's $200.
Oh, wow.
So 200 of it was just from one guy donating it. If Tammy in the chat saying plus toys, a lot of toys, and it doesn't have to be stuffed animals. Like I gave away a bunch of stuffed animals, but it doesn't have to be a stuffed animal. It can be Tonka trucks. It can be footballs. It can be whatever you think of.
I would probably try to get those Nerf guns.
Super fun. Man, I'm in on Nerf guns. All right, they're coming back.
All right, folks.
Let's switch back over to the live stream.
Absolutely. So as we go back to this heads up again, remember the last hand before they took the brief break. It is, I think, as they did the color up, it is Yankee Jim.
We are playing 15-15 now.
520 to
220. Yeah.
So
in for 10. It is 15.
10,000 small blind, 15,000 big blind, 15,000 ante.
Okay.
Very cool. So awesome in the chat.
Check. Going to the flop. Jimmy first.
All right, folks. So let's go to this flop here. We have Satish that's flopped open-ended, and Yankee Jim's flopped the inside draw.
All right, let's go.
Now we got the ace of clubs on the turn. No help to either player. And another ace. So as of right now, it's a split pot. But Satish is going to try to take the play away right now, and that's exactly what happens.
I was going to say they're both got, those straight draws, and when it doesn't come home, it was good aggression from Satish.
That's your big blind, Bubba.
Because you can't call with,
seven high.
That's just silly.
I take care of my players.
As we have the one and only the Ricker. We got.
Is that a new nickname?
Okay, no, I took that. Okay, this tells you that I aged myself. So and you would know this. Do you remember the Saturday morning TV show called Silver Spoons with Ricky Schroeder?
Oh yeah.
Well, on the show.
But I'm old enough that it wasn't Saturday morning when I was watching it.
Okay, so anyway, so Ricky Schroeder on the show, when in the cool moments.
Silver Spoons, right?
Yes, with Aaron Gray and Alfonso Roberto. That was the first time anybody ever seen him on television. And there was a moment they called Ricky the Ricker.
That's excellent.
The Ricker.
I would not have remembered that, but
this is why I can't get on any trivia game shows. I would bankrupt them.
This has always been the case? Yes. Okay.
And look at this flop here. Satish has flopped the top two pair.
20.
And Yankee Jim doesn't have much. I think he's just going to let this one go. Obviously, it didn't connect. That's going to be favorable for him.
Yep. Not enough that he can do anything with it.
And he shows the two pair.
Yep. Heard. Okay. That's good to know. What's up, young man? Wonderful. How are you?
As we go, I'm looking in the chat here. It just said that the Insomniac tournament was a blast. Yeah, Insomniac was so much fun. I'm like,
it was good. If you're not doing anything Saturday, take a nap. And then you know what those guys did at like 3 a.m? Started to stream it. I was not prepared for that.
Oh, so wait a minute. So let me get this. So, okay,
we streamed the
Poker
$300 tournament from 3 to 10 o'clock. It went late. 3-hour final table. And so at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, because the Insomniac was an hour deep. When we finally finished streaming, Eddie and I jumped into the Insomniac, had the best table. It was so fun. I think Yankee Jim's just going to bet and take this one on the flop. So I busted out and went and sat with my wife, and Billy and Lindsay were over there.
Mm-hmm.
Check.
And we sat there for a couple of hours, and I look over and I said, what are they doing by the feature table? And I walked over here, and Matt's in his pajamas getting ready to jump in the commentary. I'm like, are we streaming this?
Okay.
So
I like streaming matches next one, and I'm probably guessing you probably had an audience at 3 a.m.
No, we did. We had like 50 people at 3 o'clock in the morning. So here's a
All right, folks, we go to the next hand. Here we have Yankee Jim on the button with a suited king.
Call. Check.
Steve's going to wrap the table with a king 10-9. And
Check.
oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Jim's flopped
35.
bottom 2.
Fold.
This is a great game. Super fun. And we actually this specific game, we started because we found out the software could handle it.
Oh.
And once we realized how to do it, we said, we got to do this. And so we did.
Call.
Option the Yankee Jim, who's got 3 suited Broadway cards.
Check. 2 block.
And oh, look at this. Jim has top pair and an open ender.
Wow, Satish has got a gut shot, and it's really
And a backdoor.
Yeah, I'm not trying to call with a. Oh, he does.
He's gonna call for the gutter. And Jim, what does Jim do? Because he's got top pair.
Yeah, just keep the jack queen.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to figure out, whether or not what he wants to let go. And the 7.
Check.
It doesn't change a lot.
Check.
Jim is way up ahead.
But Satish picks up the flush draw.
And a straight draw.
And
Nothing hits.
So it's going to be the jack high, unless Satish looks like he may try to steal this.
Wow.
Nothing gets there for either player.
I mean, just the opposite of what we said happened, where we're like, man, you can't call off with one pair.
3s.
How sick does Satish feel right now?
Oh my God.
He's like, jack high, really?
Jack high.
I missed a bet.
15
Yeah.
and 15.
He says, yeah, he says, I was open-ended. What am I going to do? That's excellent.
I was open under too. I need a jack. Can I?
I'm going to pull up another picture while we're waiting. So we had a lot of toys. That was a good time.
Call.
All right. We got Satish with a 9-8-4, 2 clubs. Yankee Jim with a jack 5 deuce, 2 clubs. If we get a couple of clubs out here.
Oh, that's.
So
I mean,
Jim's got middle pair.
Satish with top
pair.
pair.
Back to the chat. Captain Unpants says, glad these guys didn't chop. Tammy says, instead of a chair, I'm thinking use that blank wall to hang Hall of Fame pictures. Darla Jordan Miller just subscribed. Thank you, Darla. You lost sound when you pulled up that pic. Oh. Yes,
okay.
I did. Thank you.
Oopsie.
Yep. I know what I did wrong. Thank you.
Okay.
So you have to install the microphone in these scenes also, and I didn't do that.
Oh, I learned something new every day. Oh no! And Satish has turned 3/8.
Yankees drawing dead.
Don't let the 5 get there. And a queen on the river.
Scott's watching with the wife and daughter.
Hey, it's Team Force.
Cup says,
it's her 18th birthday tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday, Amelia.
you can't call with I paired my 5, Jim. Don't do it. It's only 40 to call. There's 180 in the pot. If you write 1 in 5 times, this is a good call.
And I know,
but this is one of the 4s.
And I know that's what the problem is. It's 4. He's getting 4 to 1 to make the call. And he makes that call.
Just got a bluff catcher. Does not.
And he just handed Satish the chip lead.
Yeah, we're close. It's 19 to 23.
Right. Oop, grab some.
Wow.
Be right back.
Yes.
You're the 10. 10. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Do I still have sound with these pictures, Tammy? And when I click over to the pictures of the gifts, and do I still have sound with these pictures? Good bet size. Yeah, it was a great bet size. Great bet size. Just enough to get just a value bet. Great value bet. And 43 of this final table. Sound is good. Yeah, I knew what I did wrong. I didn't have the mixer in the in those scenes. I got it now. Thank you. Thank you.
That's good.
There we go.
60.
All right, Yankee Jim. Okay. Makes it 15K. Just a min click, and Satish does not want to play with him. Taking back a little bit of that
Oh, wow.
chip lead. 27 big blinds to 22 big blinds.
It is back and forth, ladies and gentlemen.
VPIP holding strong at 75% apiece. 3 out of 4 hands, these guys are seeing a flop. 10,000, 15,000 with a 15,000 ante. Eric gets a thumbs down for today. I do. I feel bad.
No, we can't do that, Tommy. Look, I'll openly admit, without this man, and I know, initially it was wanting to do this for all the years I've watched poker and sports and game shows on TV, and for the fact that I get to be a part of this on a daily basis, and it's because he's
super fun.
It's so much fun, and one of those where I won't lie, you have to be open to constructive criticism with this to make sure that things run correctly, that you can, it's more than just, plug and play and go. There's so much more to this, and I'm very appreciative and grateful that I get to, get the tutelage that Eric provides for me, and I learn something new every day, whether I understand it or not, but it's something I learned.
And it's getting better and better. In the last, when did I get here? August, and it was rough. It was a rough start. The equipment wasn't quite working. Oh, we've got a big hand here. Satish with a boat. He's got 9s full of aces. And Yankee Jim only has the king. That's a good discipline fold.
I agree with
the ace and the 9. Tiny says, Eric's great. I'm glad to have gotten to know him. Thank you, Tiny. I sure do appreciate that. But yeah, it's super fun. But yeah, when we first started, we were. It was rough. You know, rewind a few months, and you know the equipment wasn't working, the software wasn't quite working. This is not off-the-shelf Microsoft software that's been tested by the hundreds and hundreds and thousands of guinea pigs and everything else. This is a guy out of Australia who made it, and he maybe has 100 copies of it in America. And so there's every time he comes out with an update, there's stuff that's wrong with it that we have to fix. Like right now, if you notice, we have not seen the clock at all for about a week. His latest update messed that up. Ooh. So we don't see the clock. I can see it on my side, but it doesn't transfer over. So I emailed him today. I thought it was one of the skins. And he said, no problem, thanks. It'll be fixed in the next update. And I went, excellent.
And so he knows it. It's that slight adjustment considering it was a 15-hour time change.
Yeah. All right. Jason, the son, says you guys are doing great. Hey, thank you, Jason.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yankee Jim with the Jack King.
And Satish with the
Queen King.
With a suited Queen and diamonds.
Satish makes it 35, and Jim just calls.
And he makes top pair with it, but there lies 2 hearts.
Jim checks to him, playing it cautiously. 60. Satish does lead out for 60.
And that's something I just picked up. Like, you notice he made that bet and then quickly put a card to the side.
Because he knows what he's folding.
Mm-hmm. But I like to think that could be like you can try to at least figure out when they quickly put a card.
He doesn't have a decision to make,
So you can put him on. You could put him maybe on a queen. You could put him on a big queen. You could put him on maybe a queen with hearts.
Flush draw too. You could put him on just like he's got heart, whatever. So it's easy for him to know what he's folding.
Mm-hmm.
This is such a great back and forth game. Let's pop up that stack size again. And 29 for Satish and 20 for Yankee Jim. 7-7 Trey for Yankee Jim. 6
got the walking sticks. Don't he? He may be a senior gentleman, but he won't need a walking sticks with these 2 sevens.
Hand 46. Now, you see what just happened there? If, as the action tracker, you hit go, it will go to the end of the hand since we're on the delay, and it will put the cards out because it knows what the cards are by the time that hand happens. So it's really disconcerting to see the dealer shuffling and to know what they're going to get.
Yeah.
So it's that's a new thing that happened in the update. Wow. Satish flops the open-ender.
Check.
Yankee has the gut shot with an under pair and probably the best hand still. Now he's got 2 pair.
Board pair is 8s, but Satish,
I think his aggression, he's going to take it down right now. He bets 45,000, full pot size bet. That's a fold. Yankees got a 70% chance to win this hand, but that's a fold.
Hey, I mean, even though he's got the best hand, I mean,
yep. Pairing the board took away Satish's 7 for the straight outs.
Mm-hmm. But he picked up a number of them because now, I mean, basically any face card, any card above a 9, and he wins. Even the 9 is good. Oh, no, 9's not good.
Ace wouldn't have helped.
Ace wouldn't have helped. 9 wouldn't have helped.
9
would have given Jim a jack high straight, yeah. But
lots of cards out there.
Any face card, any card above a 10, except an ace.
This is, let's check out that chip stack. Now another feature, Satish with 30 big blinds, Yankee Jim with 20 big blinds, 19 if you're counting. Oh, just changed to 29 and 17. another feature is I used to have the software set up to, after every hand, show the chip counts. People were saying that that was too often. So now that we can manually do it, I just turn that off. And now, anytime I want, I can go pop up
and
chip
and
payout.
VPIP.
And stack size.
And payout. And chip count. Yeah, all of it just like that. There you go, folks. And Satish with bottom 2.
Wow.
And Jim just lets go. And Satish is like, yep. Not bluffing you.
Again, blinds are up.
All right,
10K,
folks.
20K with a 20K ante.
Now this is where I think someone says where the wheel hits the pavement, because now
So this 32 big blind is going to go down because this is still on the 15K ante. It'll take just a minute. Tiny says, I love control of the new graphics. Oh, yeah, that's same. All right, now with the updated chip stacks, we have Satish with 22 big blinds, Yankee Jim with 12. Yankee wins and all in, they flip-flop again.
Exactly.
And Satish is at 10 and Yankee's at 24.
Jim's going to limp in.
It's 20 now. Call. Check.
Rick finishing off the stream. Yeah, maybe.
Going to wrap the table. Oh, look at this.
Now Yankee's got 2 pair.
And
Unfortunately,
Satish has the inside straight draw.
got the
9
gutter
would give him
for
a
a
straight.
9.
But Jim's holding a 9.
He's down to 3 outs. I don't think he's...
Yeah, he's going to let
I
that
think
one.
it's an easy fold for Jim. Yep. He's got the lead. He doesn't want to give it away.
Yep.
22 to 14 now.
I mean, I guess people don't realize how valuable picking up blinds and antes is, especially when you're playing this. When you're playing at this level, but you're not that deep.
We used to say in baseball is home runs are fun, but base hits wins ball games.
That makes sense. It's probably one of my favorite players. 2 of my favorite players obviously was King Griffey Jr., but the other one was Tony Gwynn. Mm-hmm. He didn't hit for power. He hit for average.
Right. When I was playing, my daughter was probably 9, 10 years old, and she goes, "Did you hit a home run?" I said, "That's not my job, babe. I hit singles."
Oh, look at this.
Uh-oh.
Both players have flopped a straight.
Oh.
But
this is the last hand, guys. They're not getting away from it.
Both players have flopped a straight.
Yeah. Satish has the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And so does Jim.
Jim has the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All in.
But Jim has backdoor backdoor spades.
Right.
They both have it.
For some reason, I thought Jim had the 3, 4, 5,
Oh my
6, 7.
gosh! Oh no, he didn't.
He did fold the wrong one.
Oh my gosh, he didn't know. He folded it.
He folded the wrong one.
He folded the wrong card. Satish is going to win this on a misplay. Oh my gosh!
He's got he said nice thing, but he has a bigger straight, Jim.
Jim is just realizing this. They both had the same straight. Jim didn't realize it. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh! There are no words, ladies and gentlemen. There are no words.
In Jim's defense, I also looked at that and saw the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I went, "This is the last hand." Jim, and you went, "Boom! It's a chop. It's a chop."
They
What
had
are
the
you
same,
talking about?
and I looked at it, and he folded. He misread his hand.
I
and
misread
folded
the same hand.
Same straight.
Hey, Jim,
Oh wow!
I did the exact same thing you did when I looked at your hand. I said, "I thought 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight."
And I saw the
Satish,
A. I
4,
think
5, 6, 7.
this is a chop. I'm like,
Wow!
wow! Oh my God! Yeah, that's gonna sit with Jim for a long time. I mean, I know.
Wow! Jason says, "I don't know this man."
Oh,
Tiny says, "I did it too."
Wow!
Hey, Jim.
Oh my gosh!
When you're watching this, don't beat yourself up too bad.
And don't
You
have a
played
drink either.
great.
Wow!
And Tiny and I are making the same mistake.
Hey, Phil Ivey did the same thing too.
Yeah. Phil Ivey had the flush and mucked it.
And he mucked the
Next
flush.
hand, didn't know.
Yeah,
they did not.
Wow.
They did not both muck the incorrect card. Let's just flip around. There he is. Winner, chicken dinner.
Wow.
That's insane. Scott says it is insane. That was.
That's something. I think that's going to be on the highlight reel. You sit there going,
yeah, for sure.
How? I mean, and the thing is that I think if Jim needed, I can understand that he took so. That's what I was saying. He took so much time.
Yeah, he's going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, and he realized. Wait a minute.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm there. I've got it. Chop it up.
I've flopped. I've got the nuts.
Wow.
I mean, was he? I think the funny thing is that it's the 2 spades. I think that's why. I think he may have
Satish did have a 9, but he can't play the 5 and the 9.
You're not going to.
So if he discarded the 5, he would have had 6, 7, 8, 9. But he played, so he can't use all 3 cards.
I mean, obviously.
So
you're not. That's one thing. You're not gonna discard a flop straight against trying to turn the nut straight.
Trying to flop an open.
You're gonna take the flop straight every time,
sure.
and you got to feel bad for Jim that you're both sitting with the same. And he didn't realize it until he sees Satish's hand and going, "Oh crap! I have the same."
5-8. I've got.
I had the same. Like, oh no! That's the thing about potting up crazy.
And he thought he won. Because he told Satish, "Hey, yeah, nice hand. You missed your straight draw." Oh.
No, I folded the.
Yeah,
8.
I had 8-5. I mean, geez.
Well,
all right. So hey, well played, guys. Satish, good job. Let's pop out those payouts real quick. We've got Satish up at the top with 1289.
Yankee Jim with second.
We know it's Yankee Jim was second. What happened was they deleted. They deleted the names when I hit that. Esteban, 555. Matt Poppy, 444. Scott Friedman with 407. Jacob Rooney taking home his money back, $130.
Well,
real quick, tomorrow, Wednesday, 6 o'clock p.m.
Katie's game.
$100 buy-in for Katie's game. 20K starting stack, 20-minute levels. We will stream the final table at about 11 o'clock when it gets there. It goes from about 11 to 2. It's crazy. That's what it did the last time. 3-hour final tables. You guys are crazy.
Absolutely.
Thursday, $200 buy-in.
$200 deep stack.
Christmas Classic, deep stack, 30K starting stack, 20-minute levels. Friday, $300 buy-in. That's a black chip bounty.
Or green chip, no matter how you count it.
4 green chips.
4 green chips.
I call it the black chip bounty.
We should put 100 white chips just to throw people out.
A rack of them.
Rack of chips.
Bounty.
Rack bounty.
Rack city.
Rack city.
You finish that for me. How's that song go?
We're gonna and on Saturdays our Saturday afternoon deep stack. It's $300
buy-in.
$300 buy-in.
They raised that $8,500 guarantee. They put a $1,000 guarantee on it and raised it $20. So it's a $300 bounty, $300 tournament, $8,500 guarantee. Friday we're streaming a cash game.
Okay,
that's our big game. 2-5 match the stack.
Oh yeah. If you want action, folks, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, what will end up happening is I know. Well, if Eddie will want to Eddie played in it last week. Yep. He took some beats in there, but if he's a fighter, he's gonna want back in. Some of the players that you usually see in some of our cash games, they're gonna be in it. So
super fun.
We have streaming excitement and entertainment for you.
The most exciting thing that we haven't even talked about at all this stream, Sunday.
Oh yes,
Sunday,
and
$25 buy-in, 15-minute levels. 30K starting stack, 10K guarantee. $10,000.
$125 buy-in, $10,000 guarantee.
Right. We do this once a month, and the last time we did it, we had $11,000.
Oh wow!
In the prize pool, and what we do is there's a player here who wants to invite all of his friends from work to come in, and so we have this tournament specifically for him. And it's a huge tournament. It's a bunch of recreational players. It's a bunch of studs too. Don't think it's just all fish.
Don't let it fool you. Although I'm saying, you did all right. Can I borrow $120?
I did do all right.
He did all
yesterday.
right, but it's no joke, folks. It's one of the things. If you got a Sunday afternoon and you already know the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs, come on down. It's going to be worth it.
How are the Vikings doing this year?
Oh.
They got whooped up on by the Cowboys, though, didn't they?
They did only. Okay, I'm from
Minnesota.
Yeah, but I am not. I live in Dallas, but I pull for my Atlanta Falcons, even though we're 5-7. But
all right.
Yeah, I stay true to my team. But if anything,
So 1 o'clock start time.
1 o'clock
Sunday.
start time, and then I guess we can't forget the Wonder Kids.
Next gen, $1,500 max buy-in, and that's always a fun one.
They will come, and it will. It's not even splash. It is. They come firing.
They are playing. Are they playing on the Hustler right now?
I think so.
Are they back in California?
It would not surprise me.
I think so. And then we're back to Monday, where it's the 1-2 500 max.
And that's a choice. If you want to get on the list, and like I said, Poker Atlas, call, hit us on social media. Come on down. It gives you. If you've always wanted to play a live stream, a poker live stream, this is your opportunity.
Super fun. And there's a lot of action.
Oh, yeah. Don't let the...
Rewind to
don't
yesterday.
Let the
There's
one,
a lot of action.
Yeah, namely from this guy.
I don't like folding.
He doesn't. They'll tell you something. He doesn't believe in folding. He doesn't believe in chops.
Don't pay the bubble. Don't chop and don't fold. That's my mantra.
Hey, this is a man that drives 987 miles, maybe once or some cases twice a month.
I think you might be under guessing it. Let me see what it is. Let's go home. I'm just going to Google this really quickly. 1,200 miles.
This man drives
one way.
24. This man drives 2,400 miles
just
here
back and
and
forth.
back.
Yeah, in a weekend.
I don't think I've flown 2,400 miles.
Oh, it's super fun. I am, for the record, flying the next 2 times. I booked my tickets today.
Good for you.
Flying home for Christmas and then flying home at the end of January.
So he would like to thank all of those that donated.
Damn, took almost all of it too.
He'd like to thank all of you for donating for his flights back, so he doesn't have to drive the 2,400 miles this time for the holidays.
For sure, super fun. All right, it was great being here. It was super fun. I can't believe this final table lasted over 2 hours.
Wow. Well,
wow.
Hey,
but they didn't chop, and that's what we love.
That's what he loves. I just said, let's take the money and run.
All right, we'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow for Katie's game, 6 p.m.